Hi, my name is Lauren Hayden, and I'm here to explain the main features of the CRM Profiles webpage. First area that we'll talk about is the search feature of the CRM Profiles webpage. This allows you to navigate to records that you find in your results. As you can see here, there are three labels here for the search by, the filter by, and the find. The search by are the fields that you're capable of searching. The filter by is the type of search that you want to do on that field that you've selected. The find is simply the text that you'll enter that you want to use as the search criteria. As you can see here, I've selected the first name, the filter type, and I've selected L as the text for the find. And essentially what that meant is I'm looking for the first name that starts with the letter L. And in my results you can see here I have all the people that start with the letter L. Let's go ahead and do it by the last name, and we'll do starts with, so you can see a different results. Select H and then hit search, and you'll see the results changes, and that's everybody with the last name of H. Now, as you can see here, it gives you the results with the mobile phone number, the first name, and the last name. And then the phone number is actually a clickable link. What that allows you to do is click it, and it then will navigate to that record. As you can see here, we've clicked it, and now I've navigated to that particular profile. One thing you do notice too is that the search actually disappears once you do navigate to that record. That's so that you can actually see the profile that you've navigated to once you've clicked on the link. You can simply just click the search and the search feature will reappear, and you can put in different criteria to get a different results. The next area is the record navigation indicator. The record navigation indicator essentially tells you what record you're on. So for this one, we're on record 7, and how many records you have. So currently right now there are 56 records in this profiles page. The next area is the toolbar section. This has all the common functionality for the CRM profiles page. As you can see here, we have an add new, a save, a delete, a back, next, show hidden fields. The add new button allows you to add new records to the profiles page. The save button will allow you to save either currently edited records or new records. The delete button allows you to delete records that you're viewing. The back and the next essentially allow you to navigate back and forwards in the records that you have available. The show hidden fields allows you to show and hide fields that you've hidden to that page, and I'll explain that a little further once we've started explaining the data entry screen, which will be the next area that we'll talk about. Okay, so on to the data entry area of the CRM profiles page. The data entry area is where you basically enter all the data for the profile. As you can see, there are kind of different sections here. And this is individual, language, education, situation, agriculture, ownership, personality, health, and media. You'll notice that the sections have different views here. One is a fixed view, and the other one is a expandable and collapsible view. As you can see here, the main area here with all the required fields is a fixed field section example, and all the other ones are collapsed and are expandable and collapsible. The next thing we'll talk about are the columns here and what they have in them. We have the item, the input, example, and status. The item field essentially displays the field name or the question that they're supposed to answer for that particular input. The input field has the actual area where you'll enter the data. As you can see here, you have the first name, so this is the person's first name, and the last name is the person's last name, and the country, city and town, region, country code, mobile phone number. And you'll notice that there are different controls here. You know, some are text input, some are drop downs, some are checkbox fields, have different data. The example column will display the actual example for the input so that you have an idea of what you're supposed to input for that particular field. The status displays a number of things. One, whether or not the field is required, and also some other features which allow you to hide and also add to basically the drop downs or the checkbox list. Let me go over what the hide does. Hide essentially allows you to hide that particular field from the CRM Profiles webpage. And let me show you an example of how that works. If you click it, you'll notice that the first name disappears and it's no longer visible. Now, if you didn't want anybody to input the first name, that's what you would do in order to keep that invisible to everybody. Now, if I want to show that field again, we click the Show Hidden Fields toggle button, and you'll notice that the status of that is actually hidden. And if we want to go ahead and show that again, we click it again and toggle the hide hidden buttons, and you'll notice that now it is available again. The next area is the add to list, and what that allows you to do is add an item for a drop down or a checkbox list, and that will be set in the database, which we'll talk about later. Show the items here on the list. You'll notice that there are many items here that you have available. This allows you to uncheck it and show those. The add to list essentially you'd be able to add more. Like for example, you have World News English. We could put World News Spanish or something else from the add to list. And that will conclude the explanation of the CRM Profiles webpage. Thank you.